Right. Okay, guys. Evening and welcome again to the free paper class. And last Thursday I couldn't do because of some private reasons, but anyhow, in future I'll cover it out. Now last time we finished up to second paper, right? So yeah, we finished second paper, second question, and we did only the first one, right? Yeah, we did the first one. We need to do the others, but prior to that, few things to highlight in the first paper. Now I gave you a method to remember the now to MCQ 15. Send me a thumbs up. Hope you can hear me, right? All good, right? Now uh, the some guys asked. I got a few concerns. Is there any other way to remember the easy method to calculate the equity? Yes, you can do like this as well. You can do draw a trial balance, and find the equity. Sales is an income, so the credit side, I'll take the thousands. Purchases is an expense, 8,000, it comes under debit. Debtors 400, debit 0.4. Creditors liability 1.2. Cost of property 4,000. Property 4,000. Accumulated depreciation, it's a credit balance 0.02, right? 0.2, 0.2. Then closing stocks 300, 0.3. It is an asset. Then purchase advance and sales advance. Purchase advance is an assets, remember. Purchase advance is an assets, right? To purchase the goods, we made advance, it is that assets. Sales advance is a liability, why? To make sales, we took advance. Purchase advance is an assets. Purchase advance 0.15. Cash credit 5,000. Then bank loan liability, so it comes under credit 0.3. So they are asking the equity. You can find the equity by taking the trial balance total. You will get 1.150. Then you get 1.15, which means the answer number 5, the same answer. You can take the trial balance by calculating the you can draw a trial balance to calculate the equity, right? Is another method, calculate the equity, right? All good. Right. Okay. So, and another thing, first paper question number 25, calculate the retained profit, right? So calculate the retained profit. So retained profit we calculate like this, right? So profit, the answer should be corrected, right? So yeah. So profit minus drawings, then the retained profit, right? So in here, we calculate the profit 10,620 in here, 10,620. So then the retained profit in company accounts you can learn. So like we had the discussion with the prepared one, that's why we got this answer. So you know the given answer is incorrect, that's why we correct it, right? So it's 10,500, 500. Send me a thumbs up. I remember the retained profit should be 10,500. Yeah? Retained profit means, you know, calculate profit minus drawings, that is the retained profit. That profit we retain in the business, right? Profit we retain in the business, right? Okay, now let's go to the next one. So we did the second paper and we calculate the we prepared these things last time, right? So hope you can remember. So the given answer is incorrect. So I gave you like this, which the answer we got, but we finally discuss, and 10,620 minus 120 drawings, right? Drawings, right? 10,620 minus 120. Right, right. Now you know last time what we did was we calculate the can remember we calculated these. So we calculate the profit as well, right? Hope it's clear to you. And in here also they are asking the retained profit. So Roman number 3 they are asking the retained profit. So Roman number one is what Roman number one is this one. Roman number one is to prepare this one. Number two is to prepare the income statement. Roman number three is to calculate the retained profit. Now I told you retained profit equal retained profit equal net profit minus drawings. Net profit minus drawings. In here we calculate the net profit. You can see 598,000. All the things thousands. We calculate the net profit 598. So you can see there are drawings in this section. See the drawings in here. I think there was only one drawing, 10,000. Owner has taken 10,000 for his personal use. So the drawings are 10. So your retained profit should be 588. 588. Hope it's clear to you. Send me a thumbs up. So the net profit minus drawing is the retained profit, right? In company accounts, you will learn 2026. Remember 2027. Retained profit means profit retained in the business. Things now you know we calculate the profit when owners like for companies we give the dividends or sole trader owner takes some profit. So after that we deduct the we take the retained profit, right? Then the Roman number 3, so not Roman number 3, Roman number 4, they are asking prepare the financial portion as at 31st of January. So Roman number 4, they are asking SFP, right? They are asking itself, right? So statement of financial position, right? Statement of financial position. Whose business is this? This is Lima's business, right? Lima's business. Lima's business. Statement of financial position. Statement of financial position. Just wait. कर लगी. Statement of financial position as at 31st of January 2026, right? So you know assets, non-current assets, and the current assets. Then the equity, equity. Then equity first one capital, then the net profit, then liability, non-current liability, next one current liability. Let's see. Now you can take the balances from here. All the balances are in here. You can see non-current assets, property, plant and equipment for 7,460. So you can write under non-current assets, it's after the depreciation, all the things. Property, plant and equipment, property, plant and equipment, property, plant and equipment, 7,460, right? Then we have inventory 5,620. So inventory 5,620. Then next one, 200 is the trade and other receivables. It's 200. Trade and other receivables. You can write under here. Trade and other receivables. This is all the things used in thousands. Huh? Thousand. Thousand. Done. Then next one, cash 1515. Cash 1515. Cash 1515. Right. So the total current assets. We will let's balance it because it's a small one. Okay. So 4,795 is the total assets. Total assets. Right. So equity you got as 5,838. You can write it as well, but you can take it like this. Equity opening, now you can verify the answer. Capital is 7,850. So there are two ways to calculate, right? So first capital is 7,850 opening capital. We calculate the profit in here 590. So you can see profit 590 you can add. And there are drawings. We already calculated drawings 10,000. Right? So check whether are there any additional capital. Yes, you can see. Owner invested is personal motor vehicle, personal bank loan. So you can add additional capital 500 to here as well. Additional capital 500 to here as well. So the same months you get 8,938. Send me a thumbs up. You can verify the answer. Now, this equity calculation is a separate thing. To opening equity, we add. Now, in here, what we have done for opening equity means the capital, all the income we added, expenses deducted, as well as drawings deducted, additional capital added. But in this answer, we got the net profit. Net profit means the difference between income expenses in the equity column. To that we add the opening minus drawings and the additional capital without giving. Even you can write this answer as it is in here. The answer in equity is 8,938, but there is a like we have simplified how it comes. Send me a thumbs up. Hope it's clear to you. Can you hear me, guys? Right? You can edit by writing the thing. Non-current liability, there is a bank loan. You can see go and see bank loan 1102. Bank loan 1102, as well as Trade and accrued expenses and the sales advance. No sales advance, only the trade and accrued expenses. Trade and accrued expenses. Trade and accrued expenses. It's how much? 4,755. 4,755. That's the only thing. So if you get the total of these things, you get the same answer. 14,795. This is total equity and liability. Total equity and liability. Total equity and liability. Right. All good. Send me a thumbs up. If you want me to show anything, let me know, guys. I know most of the guys are watching recordings. If you get any matter, send it to the chat box. Net profit should be 598. Oh, sorry, sorry. Net profit should be yes, 598. My matter. 598. Thank you. 598. Now I got the answer. So I'm looking it and see. Now I tell you. Now I'm going to tell you how the marks comes. How we gave the marks. You can see there are the total marks 50. Now how the this is how the 50 comprises. So it's like this. There are four things. Now remember there are 14 transactions. So for each transaction, 2 marks. For each transaction, we gave 2 marks. 2 marks into 14 in Roman number 1 questions, which means 28 for the first one, right? 2 marks. I gave some marks. If at least now, if out of these two, if one correct, I gave 1 mark. So if there are three, I gave like 1.5 marks. If two are corrected, likewise, because to get the full marks of the students, send me a thumbs up, right? So for the this one, it's 28. Then for the P and L, it's 10 marks. How the 10 marks comes? So sales is to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Sorry, for these things, 2 marks, right? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and for this one, 10, right? 10. So then the 10 marks for this one. Sales and cost of sales, 2 marks, right? Then for this one we gave 2 marks. One, one, then the 2 marks. Only 2 marks, right? Means for the answer we give the 2 marks. And next one for the SFP, it's 10 marks. How 10 marks come? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 9 and 9 and 10 marks. So totally you can see for the Roman number 1, it's 28 marks. Roman number 2, it's 10 marks. Roman number 3, it's 2 marks. Roman number 4, it's 10 marks. That is how the 50 marks comes. Right? That is how the 50 marks comes. Right? Hope it's clear to you. Okay. So first, let's do another day. I need to do the fifth one. Let's do some easy things today. Send me a thumbs up, guys. Next time, I'm planning to do like 2 hours. Today also I'm doing 1.5. So let's take like 2 hours to finish the entire thing. Right. Come to the fifth question. Fifth question. Assets and liability as at 1st of January 2025. Uh, just wait. Uh, and 31st of December 2025 of Vimal's business are as follows: building, motor vehicle, inventory, debtor, cash. These are assets and liability assets. These are opening and closing. Bank loan credit accrued. This is opening and the closing. They have given you the additional information as well. Stocks of 100,000 was at warehouse as at 31st March 2025, which was not included in the closing stocks. 500,000 has been paid by the business to settle the bank loan during the year ended 31st of March 25, but this has been omitted from the books. Owner has invested his personal motor vehicle 500,000. This was properly recorded in the books. Uh-huh. Personal insurance installment of owner 50,000 was monthly paid by the business during the year. Right. Now calculate the net profit loss for the year ended 31st of December 2025. If Vimal's business is not maintaining proper accounting record based on the net asset basis. Now it's easy to calculate the now you know like this 10 marks, huh? 10 marks. And another thing, now you know, we gave quick answers like this, you know, like when it comes to there are 25 marks for the first paper, right? So for the first paper, we gave like this uh, 25 questions, we gave 4 marks for each. So 100 marks. 100 marks again we multiply by 2. Then the 200 for the first paper as well to take the A-level standard. Send me a thumbs up. 25 marks, 25 questions, 4 marks per question. MCQ for per mark, and this is 1 mark, 2 mark, third, fourth. Here also 1 mark per each, 1 mark per each, 1 mark per each. So in here, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4 marks. So 2 marks in here, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, then 2 marks, 2 marks. So you get totally 100. 25 multiplied by 4 means 100. So if you and again multiply by 2, then you get the 200, right? So for the second paper also we give 200. You can get the total summation and it's also 2, right? Okay. Now you know the net asset format. They are asking about the profit of the business, right? Question number 5. They are asking the profit. Profit equal, you know, closing net assets minus opening net assets, right? Plus drawings minus additional, right? So for this, I'll take like working number 1. Working number 1, we can calculate opening net assets. How to calculate the opening net assets? Opening net assets equal opening assets minus opening liabilities. Opening assets are, you can see the opening date. Building 5,000. Opening, there are no any adjustments, right? Building 5,000. Motor vehicle 3,000, right? All the things using thousands, that's why. So the answer is also 1,000. Profit is also using 1,000. So this is also using 1,000. Then inventory 800, debtors 1,200. inventory 8, debtor 1200 plus cash 400, cash 4 minus opening liabilities 2000, 1900, 200, 2000, 1900, right? So opening assets are 10,400. Opening liabilities are 44,100. So opening net assets you get 6,300. 1,003. Send me a thumbs up. Right. Okay. Now the next one. Now when we are calculating the closing net assets, you have to be careful, right? Because there are adjustments to concern. Working number 2, closing net assets. Working number 2, closing net assets. Also 1,000. How to calculate? Closing assets minus closing liability. Now, there are some adjustments to be made. So I'm going to write it separate. Building 5,000. Building 5,000. Motor vehicle 3,500. Closing motor vehicle 3,500. Right. Inventory 1,200. Inventory 1,200. Sorry, yeah. Debtors 1,500. 1,500. Cash 600. Cash 600. Now, when we take about the liabilities, closing liability, bank loan 2,000, bank loan 2,000, right? Creditors 1,700, creditors 1,700, accrued expenses 300, accrued expenses 300. Okay, let's see. A stock of 100,000 which was at warehouse as at 31st of March, December 2025, which was not included in the closing stock, means closing stock should be increased by 100. Hope it's clear to you. Closing stock should be increased by 100. First adjustment done. 500 has been paid by the business to settle the bank loan during the year ended, but this has been omitted. We have paid 500 means cash should be decreased by 500. Bank loan also should be decreased by both not recorded. Send me a thumbs up, guys. Hope it's clear to you. Right? We need to deduct it. Hope you can understand. Next one. Second one done. Third one. Owner has invested his personal motor vehicle. This was properly recorded. Owner has invested personal motor vehicle. This was properly recorded. Means we don't need to care it. Why? For the closing inventory, why they are giving? So it's an additional capital 500. Additional 500. Next one. Personal insurance installment of the owner 50 was monthly paid by the business during the year. Now there are two matters. Now it's not mentioned whether it's recorded or not. But in single medium paper, it's mentioned it was not recorded, I think. But English medium paper, it was not recorded whether it's not mentioned whether it's recorded or not. Because of that, I gave the correct like this. Now you know monthly paid by the business. Now they are giving this clue to calculate the drawings. Now 50,000 into 12 months, right? So 50,000 into 12 months. Drawings mean 50,000 into 12 months. That's it. And remember, it's not mentioned whether this was recorded or not. Right? 500. Now it's affect to the cash. Why? If you deduct the cash from here, I gave marks. But if not also, I gave the marks. 10 years. ඔයා මේක අඩු කරත් නැතත් මම දෙකට ආකාරයට මාක් කරා. ඔයා මේකේ now this is for the Roman number adjustment number 1 adjustment number 3 is here adjustment number 4 no record for the adjustment number 3 4 ඔයා මේ 500 record කරත් නැතත් මම දෙකටම හරි දුන්නා. ඒතර ඔයා 500 record කරොත් right ඔයා මේ 500 record කරොත් adjustment number 4 එකට ඔයා මේ 500 record කරොත් 500 record කර ඔයාට answer ගෙනවා 10,900 ඔයා 500 record කරේ නැත්තම් fourth එකේ ඔයාට total asset එනවා 11,400. Hope it's clear to you. Send me a thumbs up. 500 record කරනවා කියන්නේ ඔයා 500 අඩු කරනවා. 500 record කරනවා කියන්නේ ඔයා 500 අඩු කරනවා. 500 record කරන්නේ නැහැ කියන්නේ no deduction. තේරුණා? 500 record කරනවා කියන්නේ ඔයා දැන් adjustment එකක් දෙන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන්. Personal insurance installment is not business installment, it is owner's drawings from the cash. We use the net asset. owner සල්ලි අරන් යන්නේ කියන්නේ ඔයා 500 සල්ලි cash වලින් අඩු කරොත් ඔයාට එනවා answer එක 90,000 10,900. එහෙම නැත්නම් 11,400. So if you take it, this is 3,500. So for the total assets, there can, for closing net asset, there can be two answers. ඔයා මේකෙන් මේක අඩු කරත් එනවා, මේකෙන් මේක අඩු කරත් එන උත්තරේ එනවා. 500 record කරාම 10,900 අඩු කරාම ඔයාට 7,400. So either the answer is 7,400 or 7,900. ඔයාට මම මේක දානවා first way, second way. First way එකේ ඔයාට එනවා, second way එකේ ඔයාට එනවා මේක. So you know 7,400 or 7,900 minus 6,300 plus 600 minus 500. So if you get the first way, you get the answer 1,200. If you get the second way, you get the answer 1,700. I gave the correct for the both the answer. Send me a thumbs up, guys. Hope it's clear. Cash එක record කළාද නැද්ද කියලා දෙකින්ම බලලා ඕන විදිහකට marks do. Right? Right. Hope all good. Send me a thumbs up. I need a thumbs up. Right? Right. Hope it's clear to you. Both ways are correct. If you want me to show it again, first way means deduct 500 from cash. 500 way means 500 deducted from the cash. Second way means 500 not deducted from cash. For the adjustments number 4, fourth adjustment. So you know totally how much you get 10 marks. How the marks come. So for the opening net asset calculation working, no answer marks. But for the closing net asset calculation, we gave 4 marks. 4 marks for this. 4 marks for this me. 4 marks. මේක යන විදිය බලලා marks 4ක් දුන්නා. 4 not 4 marks, 5 marks. 5 marks. 5 marks හදෙන්නේ liability වලට 1 mark. So ඒකයි පෙන්නන්න කියන්නේ. assets calculation වලට 4 marks. එකක් නේ cash එක deduct කරනවද නැද්ද? Right. So 5 marks for this one. Then 1, 2, 4, and for the final answer 1 mark. 5 marks. Then this is how the 10 marks comes. Right. That is how the 10 marks comes. So can you show the closing net assets? Inventory minus plus 100, cash minus 5, options දෙකක් ගත්තා තව 500 තියෙනවා. මේ 500 දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එක 500 අනිවාර්යෙන්ම අඩු කරනවා. තව 500 අඩු කරොත් ආන්සර් එකක් ඉන්නේ. අඩු කරේ නැත්නම් තව ආන්සර්. sorry. එකතු කරොත් තව ආන්සර් එකක් එන්නේ. එකතු කරේ නැත්නම් තව ආන්සර්. Right. Hope it's clear. Hope all good, huh? Right. All good? Right. So question number five also done. Question number 6. Go to the question number 6. Right. Right. Following information just wait. Right. Okay. Following information related to a particular business is not registered for VAT. Write the journal entries to record the following totals into primary books. Now you need to record the journal entries in the general journal. If not, we are deducting 3 marks. Huh? So question number six. Draw a general journal, draw a general journal, a general journal. So draw the format, right? Right. Description, dividend credit, starting of 2000, starting of, right. Let's see number from one by one. Yeah, okay, but school also I gave the correct marks without a general journal. But this is the total of the primary book in one business, so that's why I draw the general journal. This is an VAT. This is not a VAT registered business. This is a non-VAT business. So it's easy. Total of purchase journal 6,500. So you can write purchase journal. We record how purchase account, purchase account, debit 6,506.5. Creditor control account credit, creditor control account credit 0.5. Rider narration, right? Recorded the total of the purchase journal in the general ledger. Write the narration like that. Number two, number two, right? Number two. Total of the sales journal 3,000. So debtor control account debit, debtor control account debit 3,000, sales account credit 3,000, sales account credit 3,000. You can write the narration as same. Recorded the sales journal total in the general ledger. Number three. Total of the return inverse journal 50. You know, return in this is Roman. The Roman. Roman number one. The total of the return inverse journal 50. So return inverse journal, return inverse account for the sales return account debit how much? 50. Debtor control account credit 50. You can write the narration. Roman number 4. The total of written outward journal is 50. Creditor control account debit, creditor control account debit. How much? It's 40, right? 4. Return outwards account, purchase return account, credit 50. Not 50, it should, right? Write the narration, recorded the total of the return outwards journal in the Roman number 5. The total of the stationery column in the petty cash payment journal is 10. Total of the stationery column in the petty cash payment journal is 10. So stationery column means that is the payment. How do we record the petty cash stationery column? Stationery account debit, stationery expense account debit, stationery expense account debit. How much? 10. 10. Petty cash control account credit. Petty cash control account credit 10. You can write an array. Number 6. Total of the debtor receipt column in the cash receipt journal is 700. Cash control debit. Cash control account debit 700. Debtor control account credit. Debtor control account credit 7. The total of creditor payment column in the cash receipt journal is 800. So creditor control account debit. There is a matter. Now there is a matter. In number 7, number 6 we done. Number 7 there is a matter. The total of the creditor payment column in the cash payment journal. So for school students, I gave 3 marks for them. 2 free marks. Those who have done the question. For the students, those who have done this. Send me a thumbs up, guys. Hope it's clear. Now you can see total creditor payment column is the cash payment journal. So cash control credit, creditor control account debit 800. Creditor control account debit, creditor control account debit 800. Cash control account credit 800. Right? The total discount allowed column in the cash receipt journal is 30. Total of the discount allowed column in the cash payment journal is 30. So cash receipt journal, right? So discount allowed account debit, 30. Debtor control account debit 30. Can write the number 9. The total of discount received column in the cash payment journal is 25. Creditor control account debit, 5. Discount received account credit. Can write the net, right? Hope it's clear to you, right? All right, sorry. Can you hear me? Send me a thumbs up. Hope we all good. Number 10, purchase account debit, cash control account credit. 100. So how the marks comes? Now the number 10 is what? Number 10, total of the purchase column in the cash payment journey is 175. So you purchase account debit, cash control account credit. How the marks come? 2 marks for each into 10 marks, which means 10 questions, which means 20 marks. You can see 20 marks. But if no narration means deduct maximum 3 marks. But in school, I gave the full marks, right? Without considering the narration, right? If no marks means deducting 3 marks. In the A level examination, also, you get this kind of thing. Now, you know what are the things we did? Now, we fully did the first one. So, now we did the second one, right? So, which means totally how many marks? 50 marks. And we did the fifth one, 10 marks. Sixth one, 20 marks, which altogether out of 200, now you are having 50, 20, 10, which is 80 marks. Now remember, next week I'm going to do the question number 4, question number 3, and then we can go to the question number 1 as well. So 3 and next week, I need another 2 weeks to. And remember, next after that, I'm going to do a paper which is suitable for 2006 A level students, but 2027 A level students also can join with that, because no, not going to discuss the company accounts, but I'm going to discuss grade 13 first term test paper. Send me a thumbs up. After that, I'm going to discuss grade 13 first term test paper, because still we did the grade 12 first term test, right? So I'm giving my maximum. So sorry about the last week, because it's I was a bit busy, that's why I couldn't do the class. But anyhow, I'm not canceling classes normally. But the thing is, since it's free class, that's why I cancel. Now I'm planning to do some extra classes for that as well. Anyhow, not considering how many students are there, I'm going to do, because I know they are watching recording. Last time also, so there are many uh, few counts, right? That's why I know once I put it to the uh, community, most of them are watching the report. Okay, enough for today. Let's meet on next week. 2026 A levels. This Sunday we are going to discuss LK 6 7 2027. We are going to discuss the our sole trade accounts. Thank you for the participation. Right. God bless. Ah, yeah, you have the paper class tomorrow, 26, right?